Hello, this is your Ohio Weather Network forecast summary for Friday, March 11th, 2011. Let's get started with our weather headlines here today. We have quite a bit to cover. The snow continues, could be moderate to heavy at times, mainly along the lakeshore counties, up in northeastern Ohio, even a little bit inland as some of those lake-enhanced bands move onshore. The snow should start to diminish by mid-afternoon and pretty much be out of here by this evening. Snow flurries through Saturdays. The system continues to move out of here. We'll have another clipper system move in Saturday night and into Sunday. That could be a rain-snow mix. Still a little bit up in the air in a precipitation type. However, flooding issues are still present. There's still many flood warnings out there. A lot of areas still seeing flooding conditions. That will only get worse through the next week, especially as the snow melts and the temperatures warm up. We'll have the latest 5-day forecast, more on that for you in just a moment. So here's the weather summary. Low pressure moves northeast later this evening. Again, here's our area of heavier snow, and mainly along in the general snow belt counties, more or less. Some lake enhancement, also just that's where the winds are, typically coming across and helping the snow to be a little bit heavier. Otherwise, some moderate snow through afternoon and lighter shades of blue here. We're looking at anywhere from mainly in this lighter blue, probably 2 to 4 inches, and then 3 to 6 inches additional snow up here in the darker blue. Again, the colder air is pretty much moved in. It's not going to get very cold, but it's colder than we've been the past couple days. Another clipper for the weekend could bring some rain, snow. Again, many flooding concerns across the state. Generally, the entire eastern third of eastern Ohio, that third here, and then along the Ohio River is all under a flood warning. We'll have the latest warnings for you here in a second. We want to talk about the winter storm warning that is in effect in the county shaded in pink. That is until 10 p.m. this evening. The lighter blue counties, a winter weather advisory through the afternoon, so definitely keep that in mind as that snow continues. And here's our flood watches and warnings. Now, a lot of the flood watches where you see the flood warnings have expired, mainly because it's flooding. Otherwise, a flood watch still exists in the counties shaded in the darker green. And these have been changing from time to time, so it's really hard to keep up with them. Otherwise, they're mainly aerial flood watches. Some of these are aerial flood warnings, or they're flood warnings for a specific body of water in your area. But again, generally the entire eastern third of Ohio, all along the Ohio River, is under a flood warning. Still some flood warnings present up here in northwestern Ohio as well. Only going to get worse, especially along the Ohio River. Cincinnati could see some major flooding if this melts, the snow melts really fast and we get a lot of rain. Marietta is looking at flooding similar to 1996. Pretty much anybody in the middle Ohio Valley here is looking at flooding, generally dating back to the middle 90s. 1996 rings a bell. We're looking at flood levels very close to those. So if you live in that area and you remember that time of year when we had that type of flood, we could see it again. So definitely be prepared. The entire Muskingum Basin, Tuscarawas River, the Walhonding River, you guys are really going to be very careful for flooding. All the associated lakes in the Muskingum Basin, and tributaries as well. Those are going to be really high. Leesville Lake in Carroll County has already set a record pool, which dates back to 1969, I believe. They broke it this morning, and that lake continues to rise. So definitely be careful the next several days if you live in any of these areas. Okay, here's our snowfall estimates from the storm through Friday evening. Generally 1 to 3 inches, maybe 4 inches, outlined here in our light blue, and a little bit darker blue. We're looking at generally anywhere from 6 to 10 inches, depending on where you're at. 12 inches, maybe up to 14 in the darker blue here. I think this is going to be a little bit more refined, bring this a little bit further north. Yesterday we were thinking a little bit further south. Now we're going to think just a little bit further north on that. And again, those are through Friday evening, and then finally that system moves out of here. Almanac for Columbus. This is actually yesterday's high and low, 48 and 30 respectively. Right around average. Average high 49 and average low is 30 this time of year. Record high 79 set in 2009. Record low is 2 above set in 1984. Yesterday, rainfall 0.40 inches. Precipitation for the month totals out at 3.48 inches. And for the year, 9.2 inches. Just a little above 3.5 inches above normal for the year. Sunrise is at 6:48. Sunset is at 6:45. Don't forget to turn your clocks ahead 1 hour tomorrow night before you go to bed as we spring forward into daylight savings time. Okay, satellite picture for this morning. Well, not too much to speak of. Again, clouds is pretty much the norm here. It's going to be the norm for the next few days across certain parts of the state. A little bit of sun breaking out here in the very southwestern corner of Ohio. that could make its way up into Dayton, maybe into Wilmington as well, and maybe this southwestern corner of Ohio, and may break out into mainly sunny skies this afternoon. Latest radar image, here's the snow, again coming off of Lake Huron over Lake Erie into the northeastern part of Ohio and even the north central part of Ohio, generally where that winter storm warning exists. Also, you can see some heavier snow where we're looking at east side of Cleveland, Lake County, northern Geauga, and western Ashtabula County. That's going to be the case. That's going to be the hot spot for our heavy snow amounts. A nice little break here in the action across Stark County, northern Tuscarawas, and then a little snow band here across east central Ohio and parts of southeastern Ohio. Again, this will continue to slowly move off to the north and east through the day as that low pressure finally makes its way out of here. State forecast for today, mainly morning snow in northwest Ohio, snow most of the day in northeast Ohio. Southeast Ohio, snow could change to a little bit of rain or a mix as temperatures warm up through the day, and mostly cloudy, we'll call it, in southwest Ohio, although we could get clear enough to see mainly sunny skies by later in the day. 40s are high in Toledo, 34 Cleveland, 35 Akron and Canton, 41 Columbus and Lancaster, 44 Dayton, 42 Athens, and 47 in Cincinnati. Okay, on to the 5-day forecast. Some snow showers possible on Saturday as that next clipper moves in later in the day and into Sunday as well. 37 is your high Saturday, 28 is your low. 39 for the high on Sunday, the low at 19. Mostly cloudy for Monday, finally a little stretch here, dry weather. 39 for your high on Monday, 23 is your low. A little bit warmer on Tuesday and mainly sunny skies, the high of 46 and a low of 32. Temperatures really warm ahead of our next system that's projected to move through by midweek with a chance of rain on Wednesday and a high of 53. We'll definitely have to watch for flooding concerns by the middle of next week. Northwest Ohio, chance of rain, maybe some snow here on Saturday, that next system, the high of 41 and a low of 27. Mostly cloudy Sunday, the high of 39 and a low of 22. Mostly sunny both Monday and Tuesday, the high of 37 Monday and a low of 24. Much warmer Tuesday, the high of 47 and a low of 36, and chance of rain ahead of that next system again by midweek on Wednesday, the high of 54. For southeast Ohio, a chance of rain Saturday, the high of 54 and a low of 33. Mostly cloudy both Sunday and Monday, the high of 47 on Sunday and a low of 26. 46 is your high on Monday, the low of 28. Mostly sunny Tuesday and warmer, the high of 53 and a low of 33. And again, a chance for rain on Wednesday with that next system approaching. Much warmer with a high of 58. Definitely going to have to watch out for flooding concerns in southern Ohio as well. Finally, for southwest Ohio, a little bit drier here, which is good because we'll be having a lot of water move down the Ohio River the next several days. Mostly cloudy for Saturday. Pretty warm here. 54 is your high, 34 is your low. Mostly sunny for Sunday, the high of 50 and a low of 29. Mostly cloudy skies again on Monday, the high of 49 and a low of 31. Mostly sunny for your Tuesday. Warmer, the high of 55 and a low of 38. And Wednesday, a chance of rain. Look at the temperature, 60 degrees for your Wednesday, and again we'll have to watch for flooding concerns here as well. Of course, for all the latest weather information, visit our website at ohioweathernetwork.webs.com. You can check us out for updates on Facebook and Twitter as well. Have a great weekend.